Vespa a go-go? Ride the untraveled roads.
Everybody knows Vietnamese milk coffee or Cà Phê Sữa Đá is straight up addictive. Strong Robusta drips and creamy condensed milk that keep you coming back. But imagine, there's more than one type of Vietnamese coffee. So today, I'm gonna try 7 types of Vietnamese coffee in Ho Chi Minh City in one day. But why do this to myself? Because I want to see if the different variations are worth the hype, or should we just stick to the basics? So we're going to try every single Vietnamese coffee style to find out which is the best and how much caffeine might actually give me a heart attack. Fuck. Let's start with the original, caffeine. Personally, I drink this every morning. It's a must before I do anything in the day. So definitely my favorite drink. It is Vietnamese black coffee or caffeine. No sugar, no milk, straight up black coffee, just like this. It's basic, it's good, very bitter, but if you love coffee, you're gonna love it. So it's pretty hard for me to rate this because it's just black coffee. You either love it or hate it. And because it is pure Vietnamese black coffee, it's very strong, so obviously I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of the caffeine level. But overall, objectively, for everyone who wants to try Vietnamese coffee, I'm gonna give black coffee somewhere around 7.5, because if you're not into coffee, then it might be a little bit too strong. Next up, everybody's favorite, the classic Cà Phê Sữa Đá or iced coffee with condensed milk. It's the perfect balance of the thick creaminess from the condensed milk and the strong Robusta coffee beans. Can you see how excited I am? Yeah, you can't complain about Cà Phê Sữa Đá. It's a classic. Everybody has this first thing in the morning to start the day off. So obviously it's a 10 out of 10 in terms of caffeine level. About the overall rating, Vietnamese love this, tourists bring this home. So really want to give it a 10 out of 10, but we still have a lot to go on the list. So I'm just gonna leave it at 9 out of 10. Not my personal favorite, but I respect the combination. Cà phê muối. This is salted coffee. I thought Cà Phê Sữa Đá, milk and coffee is already a match made in heaven, but this foam, it adds an extra layer that we didn't think we need. So there's actually a few ways to drink this. I see a lot of people taste the foam first and then drink the coffee later. But for me, I'm just gonna sip it right through the foam. It's not right if you don't get the mustache. Overall, it is still Cà Phê Sữa Đá, milk coffee, so the caffeine rating would be 10 out of 10. And overall, the saltiness just balances out everything from the sweetness to the bitterness. So even though I don't personally love it, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's so hot. Can't even hold it. Look at the maneuver. Cà phê vợ is a net filter coffee that is a classic, old-school Vietnamese brewing style from the Chinese community since 1950s. See this? You gotta stir the condensed milk part first. You get this beautiful caramel color cà phê sữa. Boom. Professional. I've ordered the 2 popular versions, Cà Phê Đá and Cà Phê Sữa Đá. As already said, I always go for the black coffee. cut that. It is lighter, it's smokier, and just overall feel more refreshing. I can easily chuck down 2-3 of this and still feel good. I'll rate this 7 out of 10 in terms of the caffeine level, because since it's lighter, it's lacking a little bit of the caffeine department, but overall, the atmosphere, the vibe, market vibe, and the lightliness and the smokiness of the coffee, I'm gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10. You cannot imagine what she's about to make me. Now, this is a fun twist. This is called Cà Phê Sữa Đá, which means milk coffee with black grass jelly. If you look at this, it's actually a noodle shop in an alley. So this small coffee cart is actually more of a grab and go thing. You cannot really sit here since it's a noodle shop. You can see the rating on my face. I mean, it is still coffee. Sweet from the milk, bitter from the coffee. And this is fun to eat too, the jelly, I mean. But objectively, it doesn't really make sense. So it's basically a bạc xỉu, which is more milk than coffee. So obviously the caffeine rating should be 5 out of 10. But the jello here, it doesn't add anything onto the table or complement the coffee at all. So overall, I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's good to be air conditioned. Now, this is something that's always given me the ick. This is egg coffee. It's basically black coffee topped with a layer of this thick velvety foam made from whipped egg yolks. A lot of people have tried this, love this, and get addicted to this because it has this natural creaminess from the egg yolks instead of the usual condensed milk. Because personally, I don't like cream, let alone egg cream. So that's why this has never been something that I could get used to. But hey, I respect the creativity because it came from a history of the Vietnamese. People didn't have access to condensed milk, and this is too expensive at the time. That's why they came up with a better, more accessible alternative. That is the egg yolk. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for the caffeine kick because it is still very strong but robusta coffee. 8 out of 10 for the creativity and the history. I just love everything coconut related, so this is not an exception. This is cà phê dừa or coconut coffee. So it's basically the same concept where the sweetness of the ice cream balances out the bitterness of the coffee. But now there's an extra flavor from that cold, fresh, tropical coconut, which makes it feel more refreshing, in my opinion. And again, personally, I am a big fan of coconut, so this always hits the spot. My personal favorite so far. Rain breeze. That's the good stuff. It's like if chocolate ice cream and coconut had a baby. In terms of caffeine level, there's not much coffee in it. So I probably would rate it just somewhere 4 out of 10 for caffeine level. So this is basically a lighter option for people who cannot drink too much coffee. But because I love coconut and ice cream so much, personally, I would give this an overall rating of 10 out of 10. If you like coconut or if you don't specifically hate coconut, you would get addicted to this. Whew. I made it through the caffeine marathon. Totally crashed out. Which one are you dying to try first? Let me know in the comments and also let me know what I should try next. Till next time.